guys. So, what? Did this thing change? Like, I didn't do a Friday reads yesterday, but I feel like last week. But I feel like something's changed. Okay, I don't know. Something looks weird on my right side panel over here. But anyway, we are here and I am back. You guys will see my top is a little bit wet. I'm a little bit late because my son was crying. Hi. Because my son was crying and that's why I was delayed a little bit. But as usual, I don't want to hold anyone's time up. So I'll show you guys the books that I got since my last Friday reads, because I didn't have one last week. So these are the books that I received since then. Hi. And okay, I just want to show you the ones from the same. Yeah, they came individually, but they're from NB Publishers. These are the three from NB Publishers. This one is from the Melinda Ferguson stable of NB Publishers. It is called Christine, A Tale of Love, Lies and Liberation. This one is by Eva Mazza. I'm sure you guys, if you've read her saga, you know her from Sex, Lies and Stellenbosch saga, which I think has 2 books out. I don't know if it's a series that's longer than a duology, but she's got 2 books out in that specific series. So this is her latest book called Christine. And I'll just read you the back of the book. It says, evocative of Netflix's hit series Emily in Paris, Eva Mazza's latest page turner is sexy, deep and hilarious. When 24-year-old Christine realizes that unless she escapes her abusive husband Louis, who has taken to stalking her, the marriage vow till death do us part might just become her reality. Armed with a one-way ticket to vibrant Amsterdam, having secured a job as a hairstylist at a salon in an exclusive Dutch hotel, Christine's eyes are open as she discovers a new world of magical experiences and sexual liberation. Eva Mazza has become one of South Africa's most popular novelists with a string of hits behind her name. She is a Stellenbosch resident, a wife to Delicious Dom, and a mother of 4 feisty daughters. So that's what this one is about. Hi! And then the next book that I got from NB was this one. It's called a Suitcase of Memory by Aisha Kassiem. And the back, this one is published by Kwela Books. The back reads, Bastian Brendenkamp is dead, but even the dead have secrets. From the grave, Bastian weaves together the extraordinary tale of his life. Bastian, the heir to the Gugulethu farm, suffers from a rare condition that allows him to remember everything that has ever happened to him since the day he was born. When Khadija III arrives at the Bredenkamp's Stellenbosch home on a Thursday in October. In the time of Hendrik Verwoerd, she brings with her a world from which Bastian has been sheltered. But it is her daughter Rashida who captivates the young Bastian. Except to love her, he will finally have to tell his secret. He is not who he appears to be. Aisha Kassiem is a journalist and editor whose work has appeared in the local and international publications. So the last book from NB is a non-fiction, and it is You Have Struck a Rock, Women Fighting for Their Power in South Africa by Gugulethu Mhlungu. That's Gugulethu over here. And it says, why are Black women the most impoverished and vulnerable South Africans to this day? What can we learn by exploring the lives of women, both past and present? Drawing on the experiences of women ranging from political activists to domestic workers, sex workers, and students, commentator and writer Gugulethu Mhlungu examines how history has shaped the conditions women face today. She also considers the impact of past laws, land dispossession, racial discrimination, and gender-based violence. Clearly, she concludes there is still plenty of work to be done in making real the South Africa imagined by the Constitution. You Have Struck a Rock expands the narrative of gender issues beyond the familiar Women's March of 9 August 1956 by celebrating the important ways in which women have always organized and how they continue to work tirelessly for equality. So that's this one. And then I got The Eyes of the Naked. Litha sent me this yesterday. It has been long listed for the Sunday Times CNA Literary Award 2021, and I am trying to go through the books that I have from that long list, especially the fiction ones. There are about 33, because last year they didn't have the awards, so there are about 33 books. I only have 12 from the list, so those are the 12 that I'll try and read and try and rate myself to see if they will make it to the short list. I'm not sure at this point when the short list will be announced, so if you guys are aware when it will be announced, please let me know so that I can also try and race my reading. But I have had my eye on this one for a while, and I was glad when Litha approached me to ask if I wanted a copy. So this is The Eyes of the Naked by Litha Hermanus, and it is published by Penguin Books. The back reads, amid the chaos, he'd fled on foot from the crime scene. He ran under the cover of night, his escape aided by a series of broken street lamps. He'd come away with nothing save the clothes on his back, and now his son. After becoming embroiled in a robbery, Naledi Solomon flees to Mthatha, taking his boy with him without his ex-wife's knowledge. But the Eastern Cape offers no refuge. His young brother has run away from home, possibly to a suspicious circumcision school. Drawn into the hunt for his sibling while he evades the law, Naledi will smash into his history and the norms of society and culture to ask, what does it mean to be a man, to be a father? On this unexpected journey, a new consciousness awakens inside him. Litha Hermanus has worked as an international cabin attendant, a language teacher, and a radio producer and co-presenter. He has also done some acting and worked in music. Currently a development consultant at the Embassy of Japan, he lives with his wife and son in Pretoria. He is a student and speaker of the Japanese language and holds a joint honors degree in media studies and English literature, as well as a master's degree in creative writing from the University of the Witwatersrand. So those are the books that I received since my last Friday reads. I've read the back of all of them, so if you are curious, this will be saved on IG as well as on my YouTube channel. And then in the week that ended, I managed to finish Fred Khumalo's collection of short stories, Coat of Many Colors. This was sent to me by NB Publishers, specifically Kwela Books, and I am buddy reading this one with a few other people. So we are still discussing. We discussed the first 3 stories recently, I want to say earlier this week, so we are going to be discussing them as we go along. But I have completed this one, so I will save my ratings for after the discussion, just in case I get influenced. And then I've been wanting to get this specific book off my shelf forever. I hate how he has approached this specific personal development aspect of it, because I don't know why he's going fiction or pseudo fiction on us. I know that has been his trend throughout, even with the monk who sold his Ferrari, but something just does not click with this one specifically. And I am reading it along with with Audible, right? I had it on my Audible for the longest time and I never got to listening to it, but now I'm listening to it and reading along, and I'm nearly towards the halfway mark, and like I'm saying, I'm really not enjoying what he tried to do with this, but the principles are there and there is something there for you to grasp, but the execution for me is not working out. And so into this weekend, what I want to be able to read this weekend, because I am buddy reading both of these books, is to get into Invisible Strings and get into the first 100 pages or so of it for a buddy read discussion that's going to happen next week. And then I want to get to halfway through An Ordinary Wonder by Buki Papillon. I'm buddy reading this one with Charity. Booked on Charity, I think, is her handle here on Instagram. So that's what I've got for you guys today. What are you guys planning to read this weekend? What are you reading? What have you managed to finish? And all that great stuff. Hi to everybody that I didn't get to greet. Hi. You haven't seen the list. I didn't bring my other phone up here. I wanted to show you, I wanted to read some of the the authors there, but I think they've combined the Sunday Times CNA long list. I did blog about it, so it is up on my blog, www.vuvuvenareads.com. However, it looks like they combined books that came out last year and books that came out the year before. I could be wrong, but the award didn't take place last year, right? So they've got a longer list than they usually would. I just want to check when Litha's was published so that I can be sure of what I'm saying. Yes. So his was published in 2019. So it looks to me like they took books from 2019 and 2020 since they didn't have the awards last year. And so the list is longer than usual. Like I'm saying, there are 33 books, of which I only own 12. And I don't think that I will acquire any more because I'm trying to see if I can read along with the progress of the awards. They also have a long non-fiction list. I don't know how many books there are on the non-fiction, but the only books that I own in the non-fiction is the Pink Line, I think. That queer literature one by Mark G something. I forgot his surname. So if you are curious, it is up on my blog. Oh, thank you. Maybe it's the ring light as well. You know, that's just, I never use my ring light. So today I just thought, let me pop it on. Maybe that's why my skin is popping. Thank you, Bukamuso. Okay. Yes. We're finishing it. Where is it? Uncle Fred is saying, Viva, Coat of Many Colors has been read and finished and ready to be discussed. Bukamusa says, I'm so jelly of an ordinary wonder. And it sounds so interesting. I don't know if you guys saw the Friday reads where I read the back of this, but this book really does sound very precious. It deals with, it's queer literature, it's out of Nigeria. It deals with sexual identity and just being understood within your own family, right? So that's what I remember from the synopsis. Like I'm saying, I'm cracking it open this weekend. And for those of you who may be wondering, I forgot to tell you guys, hey, the way Kintu dribbled me, guys, it dribbled me and it dribbled everybody in the book club. So I'm not on my own. However, we had our meeting last week, but most of us hadn't finished the book, most of us including me. So I've got about 80 pages left in the book. So I plan to finish it tonight so that I can start. I hate leaving books unfinished, especially books that I'm enjoying. When I'm DNFing, don't worry, I do not mince my words. If I do not want to read the book anymore, I stop. But I do want to read this particular book and finish it. But for some reason, I think that my mind presence wasn't there, and it is the kind of book that requires you to be present in order to be able to link the little puzzles that she leaves for you, the breadcrumbs that she leaves for you on the floor as you're reading. And it is enjoyable because of that. But like I'm saying, I was dribbled because clearly my mind was, I was never ready. I wasn't ready. You're finishing off such a fun age. And how's that going? Yes, it is Mark. I don't know how to say his surname. Is it Gervis? Jeffersa. Oh, guys, I'm sorry, but you are right. Fred says it's Mark G. I'll leave it at that. I've heard great things about A New Earth. Is that what you're reading, Ompile? I don't see you saying you're reading that. I've heard great things about it. Yeah, I struggle with any day. I struggle with nonfiction, hey, and I am trying my best to overcome that struggle, but no, it's tough. Get the book, guys. It's really promising to be very, very, very great. Hi, Marina. Okay, so I'm doing my recap. I think I'll do one recap this time around. Of the books that I received. I've already read the backs of the books, so you guys can catch them on the IGTV. But these are the 3 books that I got from NB Publishers. This one is published by Melinda Ferguson Books, and this is Christine, Tale of Love, Lies and Liberation by Eva Mazza. You guys know Eva Mazza from the 6 Lies and Stellenbosch Saga. And then I got these two from Kwela Books. This is Suitcase of Memory by Kassiem, and this is You Have Struck a Rock, Women Fighting for Their Power in South Africa by Gugulethu Mhlungu. And then the author of this book by Penguin, Litha, Hermanus, sent it to me. And this one is the one that I was saying has been long listed for the Sunday Times CNA Literary Awards for this year. And this is The Eyes of the Naked. And then during the week, I managed to finish the collection of short stories by Fred Khumalo, A Coat of Many Colors, which I'm buddy reading with a few other people, specifically Fence, Bokamuso, and Bookish Mail. So we're reading that together, and we're still discussing. We've only discussed the first 3 stories so far, and then I am about halfway through the 5 a.m. Club. I am not enjoying it. I am listening to it via audio while I'm reading along as well. I'm really not liking what he's doing, but the principles are things that you could cultivate in your own life so far. And then this weekend, going into the week, these are the 2 books that I'm hoping to open, as well as finishing Kintu tonight, right? Then I want to be able to open, at least to the halfway mark, An Ordinary Wonder by Buki Papillon. And then I want to be able to start, at least maybe till 100 pages in, Invisible Strings by Naledi, Mashishi. So that's all I've got for you guys today. Also, you are reading A New Earth. I think I saw was this guy on one of the Oprah podcasts talking about this book, like for a lot of episodes though, not just one episode. I think that's where I heard about it from, but I might be wrong altogether. But okay, 1 page a day. As if you've got that much restraint, but okay, we will believe you. Thank you so very much for tuning in, guys. And if you missed the beginning, like I'm saying, this will be up on IGTV and my YouTube channel. And until next time, I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Bye now.